It was Halloween night. The streets were alive with laughter, flashing lights, and the smell of autumn. Children ran from house to house, bags swinging with candy, faces painted in bright, spooky masks. Among them was a young boy, no older than 8, with wide eyes and a nervous excitement. He had spent hours collecting treats, knocking on doors, exchanging trick or treat with every neighbor. By the time he reached his own home, the bag was full, almost overflowing. He could barely lift it, but his heart raced with pride. He imagined showing his parents, imagining their smiles and praise. He opened the front gate, pushed the door, and stepped inside, only to feel something wrong. The living room was silent. No laughter, no chatter, only the soft hum of the old chandelier swinging slightly from the evening breeze. The boy called out, "Mom? Dad?" No answer. He wandered the rooms. The walls were filled with family photos, but he wasn't in any of them. Not a single photo. His favorite picture with his parents at last year's Halloween, gone. Then he saw them. His parents standing in the kitchen, but their faces were blank, eyes wide, unrecognizing. We never had a son," his mother said, in a voice that wasn't quite human, not the warmth he remembered. The boy froze, clutching his candy bag tightly. His small hands shook. Panicking, he ran to his bedroom. Everything seemed the same. The bed, the posters, the little desk where he kept his crayons, but something felt wrong. The air was heavier, thicker, like he had walked into a dream where details didn't quite add up. He dropped his candy bag onto the bed, and something inside it caught his eye. One candy, golden wrapped, shimmered unnaturally. He picked it up. There was a tiny inscription carved into the wrapper. "Thank you for coming. Now you're ours." A chill ran down his spine. He spun around, looking at his parents, at the walls, at the photos, still no sign of himself. The house seemed to shift. Shadows stretched along the walls. Whispers echoed faintly, too soft to understand at first, and then he realized the whispers were calling his name. "Come, join us, come." He opened the candy bag. More candy shimmered, each inscribed with tiny letters. "Welcome, join, forever." The boy dropped to his knees. Fear clawed at his chest. He ran to the door, tried to open it, but the handle wouldn't turn. It was as if the house itself had claimed him. The whispers grew louder, circling him, pressing against his mind. The walls seemed alive, stretching, bending. And then he saw them, figures of children, pale and faceless, floating just above the floor. They wore costumes from years past, some from decades ago. They reached for him with hollow hands. The boy screamed, but no sound came out. He ran to his parents again, hoping they would save him, but they only watched silently, unblinking. Then the golden candy in his hand flew from him, landing on the floor. It cracked open and a thick, black smoke emerged, swirling and pulling him down. The world twisted. He was no longer in his room, no longer in the house he knew. He was somewhere else. A shadowy carnival with jack-o'-lanterns grinning too wide, a moon that hung too low, and children dancing in impossible patterns. And then he understood. He had crossed a threshold. The house had never belonged to his parents. It had belonged to the collection. Every child who had come here, every year, became part of the wall, part of the house, part of them. In the real world, the candy bag still sat on his bed, empty now except for that one golden candy. His parents checked the photos one last time. No boy, no trace. Only the soft echo of laughter, far away, fading into the night. The boy's voice, if he still had one, could never call out again. He was now part of the whispers, part of the house, part of the endless Halloween trap that claimed children who stayed too long, who noticed the wrong details, who dared to open the candy bag.